Welcome to College Prep Confidential, empowering your student with the elite tools they need to get accepted to their dream university. Discover test-taking blueprints from Ivy League professionals, financial aid secrets to get more money for school, and mindset tips for a better college future. Now please welcome your host, Don Sevcik.
This week, we're talking about a powerful skill which will change your college career and the rest of your life. We're going to help you become a connection magnet. In life, three powerful forces compound for you if you play your cards right: money, knowledge, and networks. This week, I want to talk to you about networking on steroids and transforming yourself into a connection magnet. Connection Magnet, by no coincidence at all, is the title of my latest book. In this book, I lay out how, as an introvert, I scooped up 30,000 LinkedIn connections. Here's a snippet for you. Quote, "How did I build 30,000 connections? I did this as an introvert. Yes, I'm an introvert, unless I've guzzled 2 glasses of wine or downed a rusty nail. I tell you this because I'm not out there every day pounding network events and pressing palms with people. I'm not out there being Captain Extrovert socializing until the wee hours of the morning. I am a programmer by trade. I enjoy the solitude of a quiet room and a good book. So how does an introvert like me build this size network?" End quote. This is what we're talking about in this episode. As a college student, networking is a valuable tool in your arsenal. First, you want to understand how to play LinkedIn like a fiddle and build a network people dream about. Then you must understand something. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past 15 years, you've probably noticed 2 disturbing trends. 1, most people hate their jobs. And 2, anxiety and uncertainty have skyrocketed. The nonprofit group Mental Health of America released a 2017 report called Mind in the Workplace. By the time you finish reading this report, you will feel a knot in your gut. The report revealed a few workplace trends, including 71% of participants actively looking for another job. 45% of participants felt they were underpaid. 63% listed job stress as a primary factor in mental and behavioral health. 63% admitted they sometimes take part in unhealthy behaviors due to job stress, such as drinking or crying. In other words, the workplace makes people sick. While these statistics may make you cringe, I've found a silver lining in the clouds which will directly benefit you. You see, people need hope. They need something or someone to lift their spirits. And this is where you come in. Over the last few years, I learned an important secret about social media. If you can make people believe in a better version of themselves, you'll jump on the fast track to social media success. Many people live mundane lives. They avoid risks like the plague. Instead, they play it safe. Most of them get up, they go to work, they have leisure time on the weekend, and then they go back and repeat it all over again the next week. So they crave excitement. Also, most people on LinkedIn talk in a buttoned-up manner. To play it safe, most LinkedIn users have a stuffy corporate presence. So the question becomes, how do you capitalize? Well, you use this to your advantage by separating yourself from the herd. Do this by transforming yourself into a shining beacon of activity which makes people gravitate towards you. Hear this: people embrace novelty. So if you stand out from the herd on LinkedIn, you give yourself an advantage. This means you talk or you act differently than the other 95% of people on LinkedIn. To do this, show people a better tomorrow. Show people a better version of who they can be. As you share information, highlight how it improves the lives of your connections. And when I say better, I mean more money, more time, more happiness, more confidence, more optimism. Because when you engage on LinkedIn, you hold up a mirror, and when people look into it, show them a better version of themselves. Think about it. If you find somebody who makes you feel better about yourself, you will be drawn to them like a magnet. You'll want to be around them more. Most people get LinkedIn wrong by only promoting their personal traits. They neglect promoting other people's beliefs. When you build confidence in others, they will tune into whatever you have to say. Here's a pill for you to swallow the next time you start networking. People do not connect with you because of you. They connect with you for one of two reasons. One, you have something they want, like a skill, a network, or an asset. And number two, they like the way you make them feel. People network with you for their reasons, not your reasons. So let's talk about another hidden advantage to build your LinkedIn network. And this advice is counterintuitive, but it's a big reason why I am in the top 1% of connected people on LinkedIn. Are you ready? You can build a huge network of followers and admirers if you let people find your LinkedIn profile from outside of LinkedIn. Yes, don't adjust your headphones or your speakers because I just said that. You can build a huge network of LinkedIn followers from outside of LinkedIn. Look, here's the deal. As I said before, I am an introvert. So my favorite thing to do is get people to come to me, to step into my world. And one of the ways I do that is I answer questions on a site called Quora. Yes, simple answers to questions on Quora get me hundreds of profile clicks each and every month. So even as a college student, if you have wisdom to dispense, if you have skills in a certain area, go answer a few questions outside of LinkedIn, or even engage in the comments section of sites like Quora. But here's the trick. Make sure you have a link back to your LinkedIn profile. If you do this right, people will stalk you from sites like Quora over to LinkedIn. It's an incredible thing to watch. Finally, one of the best places in the world to get connections from is not from your profile page or chasing people around. One of the best places to rack up connections comes from the LinkedIn comments section of posts. Yes, the comments section. I've picked up thousands of connections from the comments section. Sometimes I agree with the post, and sometimes I disagree. It doesn't matter. What matters is there are thousands of your tribe out there. And when I say tribe, I mean people who share your views or like the way you share your views. As I said before, too many people on LinkedIn play it safe. Screw that. Put yourself out there and find your tribe. From the comments section alone, I've raked in more connections, which led to podcast invites, book deals, and more visitors to my website. The comments section on posts is the biggest untapped gold mine you'll find on LinkedIn. As an aspiring college student, the comments section lets you shine. Recruiters, fellow college alumni, and hiring managers all hang out in the comments section. Oftentimes, the comments section engages people more than the original post. When somebody with a large following posts and somebody else posts a funny or insightful comment, they have the chance to pick up hundreds or thousands of likes, views, and connections straight out of the comments section. You see, you could piggyback off the publicity of somebody else and use it to your own advantage. Think about it. Suppose you have a witty joke and you tell it in front of two people. The most people that can laugh at that joke is two. But now suppose you're at a huge party of 500 people. You tell the joke and maybe 25, 50, or even 100 people laugh. And the people that laugh may go get others and bring them over to meet you, just so you can tell the same joke again. This is what happens on trending posts, or posts from people with large followings. One well-timed comment can put you in front of thousands of people. I've seen one hilarious joke in the comments section get 1,000 likes. Now let's talk about one last trait for LinkedIn and how you can dominate: authenticity. Last but not least, we want to talk about being real. And Oscar Wilde said it best. He said, "Be yourself. Everybody else is taken." If you look around on social media and TV, what do you see? People on Instagram renting Ferraris, pretending they own them. Pretend influencers posing by stacks of $100 bills, which they do not own. And the righteous moral police telling you how to live their life, all while doing the exact opposite. Never in our history have we craved authenticity more than we do now. Authenticity on LinkedIn slingshots you to the front of the attention pack. Why? Because many business people still have reserved attitudes on LinkedIn. They put forth the persona they think people want to see. They write in boring corporate jargon and present a fake picture to the world. Now you may be asking yourself, why do many people fake it? The answer? Fear of rejection, fear of not getting likes. Yet the same fear handcuffs their potential to explode on LinkedIn. Remember, many people on LinkedIn will show you the reserved corporate business persona, and it's not real. So when you show up day after day in an authentic way, detached from the outcome, you draw people to you. Notice I said detached from the outcome, because this mindset gives you true power. When you post, when you comment, or when you share, detachment means you don't care about likes or applause. All you care about is helping people and being real. Do this enough times and people will start to crave your presence. Welcome to the great paradox, my friends. Detachment plus authenticity equals LinkedIn attention. If you've tried the reserved, polished, perfect image on LinkedIn and it's gotten you nowhere, then listen up. Reverse course immediately. And here is why. First, being somebody you aren't gets tiring. I mean, who wants to manage two personas? Second, people have a thirst for real people saying real things. In a world full of fakeness, authenticity transforms you into a connection magnet. And third, authenticity builds trust. It also builds an audience, and both of these attract LinkedIn connections. Now, once you jump on the authenticity train, keep an eye on who comes toward you and who runs away from you. As you watch this, you'll learn more about who to approach for more connections. You'll learn about the content to produce that people resonate with, and you will learn more about what attracts people to your profile. As you attract more of who you want and less of who you don't, the LinkedIn connection game starts to get easier. Think of this as playing a video game with cheat codes on. Authenticity magnetically attracts more of the right people into your LinkedIn network. So how do you project authenticity? 1. Accept yourself for who you are. Write like you, talk like you, post about the things which interest you. If something makes your heart race, talk about it. I mentioned earlier about my wheelhouse of topics. Whenever I see a trending LinkedIn article like corporate drama, for example, I love to jump in. It's me, it's in my blood, I cannot help it, and I don't apologize for it. And while it may repel some people, it draws in a hell of a lot more. Number 2, act out of your personal beliefs and values. Many people compromise their belief system or value system on LinkedIn. Why? For a job? To save face? When you do this, you wear a mask, and if you wear a mask, people will never know the real you. And if you aren't being real, then you are, by definition, being fake. And who wants to connect with a fake person? And number 3, authenticity example. I want you to be situation agnostic. Whether I'm posting on trending topics, writing articles, or posting on other websites, my personality stays the same. Use your words, your style, and your values at all times on all channels. Now, a word of warning to the listener. Stick around long enough on LinkedIn and you will find what I call authenticity imposters. They splash their profile full of how authentic they are. They drone on in posts filled with emotional sap about how their authentic journey started. So if you see these people, watch and learn and take notes, because this is exactly what you should not do. Because authenticity is like beauty. You'll know it when you see it. How do you know when you've hit the authenticity mark? Simple. When people start private messaging you about your posts. When people follow you on other social networks. And the ultimate tell, when people start using your quotes and your style on social media. You know what they say, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I've had people repost my quotes and tag me in things I said. They say things like, truer words have never been spoken, or this is the greatest quote ever. And it's all thanks to authenticity. Because maybe you like me and maybe you don't. But you know exactly who you're getting when you connect with me. I am my position. I am my brand. I mean, there's a great line in the movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise which sums this up. Near the end, a female friend asks him, you just have a really good effect on people. What's your secret? And Tom Cruise answers, what you see is what you get. We covered a lot in this episode, and I want to help you crush college prep. So I put together a list of expert resources for you. Resources like test prep, financial aid, and mindset. If you want to check them out, go to cpcshow.com. That's cpcshow.com. If you like this episode, why not subscribe and stay up to date on a treasure chest of college prep resources and tips. Also, if you enjoyed prior episodes, I'd love it if you gave us a rating on iTunes. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.
That's all for this episode of College Prep Confidential. To discover how to give your student a better future by increasing financial aid, improving test scores, and reducing stress, visit our website at cpcshow.com. That's cpcshow.com.